Hello everyone, this is Vedic Astrology 1-on-1 Part 1, and in this part we are going to know about how to draw a horoscope or how to draw a Kundali. We'll also know about the houses of the horoscope and what does each house tells us about, what does each house represents. So for drawing a horoscope, we are going to make a square shape, and from the midpoints of the sides of the square, we are connecting the midpoints like this. So we get another square or a diamond kind of shape in between. And after that, we are going to join the corners like this. So now you may see that we have converted our original shape, which was a square shape, and divided it into 8 pieces. Now, each piece or each substructure which we get from the division now is going to represent a house. So this portion will represent a house. This one will be representing a house. Each one will be going to represent a house. Now, for numbering the houses, we are going to use Roman numericals. We are not going to use the Arabic or Indian numericals, because these numericals, the Arabic or Indian one, are usually used to tell us about the Rashis. And right now we are not talking about the Rashis, so we are going to use the Roman numericals for our understanding. These Roman numericals are generally not written in anybody's horoscope. Generally it is not written. It is already assumed, and that's why it is not written. So for our understanding purpose, we are going to write now first. This house is always going to be the first house. This is from our numbering will begin. This one is first house. Now we'll move into anti-clockwise direction and number each house. Second house, third house, fourth house, fifth house, sixth house, seventh house, eighth house, ninth house, 10th house, 11th house, and 12th house. The position of each house will always be going to be the same. Whether it is 10th written over here or not, if it is not written 10th, this house will be 10th, even though it is not 10th written over here. If it is not written 4th here, this house will still be 4th house. This one still first house. And the position of house will always be the same. Now we'll look into each house separately and understand about what does each house tells us about. So we'll start from the first house. Position of the first house in any horoscope is always going to be this. The position will always remain same. Now, what does the first house tells us about? First house tells us about self. If you are reading your horoscope, it will tell you about yourself. Or if you are reading someone else's horoscope, it will tell you about the person whose horoscope it is. It will tell you about his self or herself. So first house will give you information about the person whose kundli it is. And what other information it will give you? It will tell you about the body of person. It will also tell you about the health or fitness of the person whose horoscope it is. So the first house is all about self. It will also give you information about image of the person. So you can see the first house is telling you about physique of a person, it may be called house of physique or house of the person himself. Now we'll look into the second house. Now, the second house will tell us about things which are required for the survival of the first house or for maintaining the first house. So, we know that first house tell us about physique, health, or body of a person whose horoscope it is. So, second house will tell us about the things which are required for the survival or sustenance of the things which are associated with the first house. So, for having good physique or healthy body or for surviving generally what we need food. So second house will tell us about the food. Second house will also give us information about money because for survival of our body, of ourself, first house is about self. For surviving of ourself, we need money. We also need, especially when we are younger, we need family. So second house will also give us information about our family. And with that, it will also tell you about your job. Job in the sense that your ability to earn money. It will tell you about how to earn, how to earn money. Your ability to earn money can be seen from the second house. So these are the things which we look from the second house. Second house is usually named house of money because that's what most people are usually concerned about. So second house is called house of money. Now we'll look into the third house. The third house is telling you about, in Hindi, it is telling you about your Bahubal. Bahubal in English, it roughly translates into your bravery or your courage. So, third house tells you about, gives you information about things of such nature, like your martialism. This is the third house, always going to be the third one. So, it gives you information about your martial ability or your, you can say, athleticism. Or if you are going to be good at any arts in the sense with your body, like if you are good with your acting or your acting skills are coming from your ability or your physique or your martialism, that kind of acting or acting skills can be seen from the third house. If you are going to be good athlete or not, that can be seen from your third house because because it is directly related to the athleticism. Third house is also going to tell you about, with these things, the third house is also going to tell you about your marketing ability. If you are in field of marketing, either you are going to be good or not can be seen from the placement in the third house. It can also be seen from other things, but if you are having good placement in the third house, you are going to be good at marketing. It will also give you information about your small traveling. So you can see that each house is giving us multiple information, but mostly of somewhat similar nature, like bravery, courage, athleticism. Third house is generally giving you information about, you can also say strength or your ability. So these kind of things are seen from the third house. Third house is also called house of your brother or sister, your siblings. Your siblings can also be seen from the third house. Uh, Usually, it is considered for younger siblings, younger brother and sister, but for your elder brother or sister, it may also give you information about that. So these are the things which are seen from the third house. Now we'll look into the fourth house. Now, the fourth house, like we have seen that the third house will also tell you about information about your siblings, your brother, your younger brother or your younger sister. Fourth house is called house of your mother. It's also called house of your mother. Information about your mother can be seen from the fourth house. Fourth house will also give you information about the materialistic things. Materialistic things. Your materialistic possessions, like your property or your home or your chances of having your vehicles or luxury or pleasure of having vehicle can be seen from the fourth house. So fourth house is about your mother and materialistic things like your property, because property is also land is considered mother. And fourth house is also known as house of happiness. If you are having these kind of things, you are usually happy. So it is also known as house of your happiness. So these are the things which are usually seen from the fourth house. You may see that each house is telling us about multiple things. Everything, it is said that everything which are known and unknown phenomenon can be known from the horoscope itself. It may fit in any of the house. We are seeing that each house is telling us about things which are usually of similar nature. We are also watching that. So now we'll move on to the fifth house. We saw that fourth house is was giving us information about our mother. Now fifth house is about childhood. Fifth house will tell us about the childhood of the person whose horoscope it is. It will also give us about information about children. Fifth house is if a person is having difficulty having babies, uh, we will look into the fifth house. We'll also look in other planetary positions also, but we'll also give consideration to fifth house. Fifth house is associated with childhood like things. What are those things? Like things like when we are child, we study. Education, whether a person is going to have pleasure of having education or good academics can be seen from the fifth house. Fifth house is also called house of buddhi. Buddhi in it roughly translates into intelligence. Intelligence like in the sense of creativity. So fifth house also make a person a good artist, even a good actor. Actor not from his physical abilities like that we saw in the third house, but actor in a sense from his acting skills, his pure skills. Fifth house is purely skill based. So these are the things which are associated with the fifth house. Fifth house may make a person a good poet. Having good placements in this house may make a person a good poet or give him good creativity. May become a good minister if you are having good placement in this house. good as advisor. Fifth house is also associated with things like childhood, like fun. It may also be said it is house of romance, like fun like activities. Fifth house may be called house of love. These are the things which we look into when we are looking in fifth house. Now we'll talk about sixth house. Now the position of sixth house will always be this, and sixth house is not considered a good house in general. It comes in category of 6, 8, 12. These numbers are generally not considered good in Vedic astrology. So it is coming under 6, 8, 12. What does sixth house tells you about? In Hindi, it is said it is the house of Rog, Rin and Shatru. So Rog in English it translates into diseases. Rin it is translated into loan or debt or dues, your dues that you have to pay, like your bills. And Shatru translates into enemy. So these things are not good things. So sixth house will be telling you about things which are not good. It comes into category of 6, 8, 12, not good. Sixth house will also give you information about your duty to. More in the sense like how you are going to deal with these things. Like how you are going to perform your duty against your diseases. Like your how you are going to perform your daily uh, tasks like having bath. If you are if you are if you want to have disease free body, you have to perform certain things regularly for cleaning yourself, your duty towards your body. So how you are going to deal with your diseases, how you are going to deal with your how you are going to perform regarding your dues, your loans, how you are going to pay them, how you are going to deal with your enemies. These things can be seen from the sixth house. So sixth house generally not considered a good house, but it will tell you about how you are going to perform for difficult things that you have to face. It will also give information about the person itself, that either he is going to be a duty or serviceman or not. Like if he is having strong placements in the sixth house, he may be of his work may be of somewhat of some nature regarding a service industry. Like he may be a plumber or a mechanic, like service-based things which are important in our society but not that much respected. So these things can be seen from the sixth house. Now we'll move into the seventh house. Now, seventh house is called house of partnership. Seventh house is one of the most looked into house because it gives you information about your romantic romantic relationships. It will give you information about your life partner, how your married life or your romantic life is going to be. So it is very much looked because of this reason. Because people face difficulties in this section of the life, It will also give you about information about your business partnerships. So if a person is going to have a business partner, you should also look into this. It is not only for life partner, but also for the business partner. The first house, we know that first house was all about the person himself or self. The seventh house, which is directly sitting in front of the first house, will give you information about others or how a person is going to have relationship with others, like his significant other, his other, his other half, or how he is going to be with other people, his business partner. So this information are seen from the seventh house. Now we'll move into the eighth house. The eighth house, we already know it comes in 6, 8, 12 category, not considered good. So we'll look what are the things which are signified from the eighth house. The eighth house is house of death. It is also house of suffering, house related to sex, age. It will give information about your age. It is called the house of hidden. These things, most of the things which we are saying are somewhat hidden, like death. It is certainly there, but you cannot see it. Your age, you cannot see your age. Something which is hidden, occult, like sex. People usually do sex hidden from other people. So this house is may also be called house of hidden. This house, having good placement in this house may make a person good in occult related things, like he may be good astrologer. If you're having good placement in this house, there is chance that you may be into astrology and may be good at it. It may also make a person a good gambler. Gambler, it is not advised for anyone if you are having good placement or not to gamble, but gambler in the sense that the person having good placement in this house may his risks may bring rewards. You can say that. This house is also associated with sudden gain or sudden loss, like gambling. So this house is all about occult thing that which are not hidden, somewhat mysterious. This house is somewhat mysterious. This house is also associated with the house of tax, EX. So these are the things which are seen from the eighth house. It is very mysterious kind of house associated with sudden gain, sudden loss, gambling, occult related things, astrology, or other kind of magics associated with death. It is also associated with accidents. It may also, placements in this house may also bring accidents. You see, it is also linked to accidents. So now we'll look into the ninth house. Ninth house is we discussed about The eighth house was not considered good house or lucky because it came under the 6, 8, 12. Ninth house after the eighth house is the house of luck. So, what are the things which are associated with this house? It is house of luck, it is house of guru, it is house of God, it is also house of father, house of fortune. This house is also associated with travel, long distance travel, long travel. So you may see this house is of the nature like from the guru, God, fortune, father. This house is also associated with religion. If you are having good placement in this house, chances are you may be religious or you may be from a religious background, religious father. You may have good guru or guru mata, or you may have good connection, strong connection with God. You may be spiritual. So these are the things which are seen from the ninth house, the house of luck associated with the fortune. So now we'll move into the 10th house. Now 10th house is also one of the most looked house in horoscope because it tells you about your work. This house of karma in the sense uh, like working for achieving or earning. So this house is signifies your profession, your public standing. Public standing in the sense if you are having good work, good profession, good business, so you will be your public standing in will be higher if you are having good business, if you are having good profession. So it may also be related to fame, but fame not in the whole sense, like in the sense of you are famous because of your profession, like if you are good doctor, good engineer, good lawyer, so you will be famous mostly in your field, a good businessman. So fame through your business, your work. This can be seen from the 10th house. It is house of your karma. Now the 11th house. 11th house is 11th house is I think a lot underrated house because this is very benefic house. It is house of benefits. So when Ravan was having his son, he captured all the planets and wanted each planet to sit in this house because this is the house of benefit. So it is that much important house. And in that story, one house shifted his planetary position from the 11th to 12th and moved into next house. So his plan backfired, but it is very important house when we are talking about horoscopes. So what does this house tells us about? It tells us about our benefits. It tells us about our friend society. How is your friend circle? How is your friend society? Like your friend circle. if you are having good placement in this house, it may be possible that you are having high class or influential people that have some stronghold over society, like powerful people, powerful businessmen, politicians. You may have friendship with those kind of people. This house is also related to government, like power. Like if you are having good placement in the house and you are getting any award from government, that is not no surprise because government awards. This house is associated with awards, uh, like benefits, and it is also associated with your with government. So it can be seen from this house about this kind of things, like your it also tells you about your achievement, your social circle, your it also tells you about your desires, house of desire. So in Hindi it is called house of labh, house of profits or benefits. Very important house. Now we'll look into the 12th house next. Now the position of the 12th house is always going to be same, whether it is 12th written or not written over there. It comes in the category of 6, 8, 12. So we already know that these houses are not considered good houses. So what are the things which we know from the 12th house? 12th, 12th house is also the house of death. Like 8th house was also giving us information about our death or age, but it is the 12th house which is more associated with the death. It also tells us about moksha because for moksha you need death. So if a person is having good placement in this house, he may be closer or getting near to the moksha. This house is also associated with things like charity, somewhat related to moksha. You are losing, like death, you are losing. But charity, you are gaining something else. So these are the things. This I think a loss maybe. This house is also associated with loss. You are losing something. This house is associated with addiction problems. This house also signifies foreign. If you are settling in far away place from your native place, it can be seen from this house or your foreign travel. So these are the things which are generally associated with the 12th house. Now, one thing which came into my mind that as we saw from the second house, second house was fulfilling the duties of first house for maintaining first house. This is usually the case in which the horoscope moves. The houses of horoscope moves like eighth house is related to sex, which is good for having, which is required for having good romantic partnership. So in most cases, you can see that the house which is coming next is going to be fulfilling some requirement for having good relation, good things for the house which came before. Like second house was for maintaining this. This is performing eighth house is somewhat performing duty of the things which are required in seventh house. So these are things which are coming to my mind about the houses, and hopefully you liked this video, and tell me what you want to know in regards to horoscopes, and uh, also suggest me how should I uh, interact in these videos to make it more interesting for you to watch. So thank you for your time.